I think I asked you this in Sacramento, so I asked you again here about Lou Williams and what he does to stay.
He's a closer. You know, him and Gal, like both of those guys, you know, they have the ability to make shots. You know, Gal, I thought set the tone to start the game. He was just so aggressive early on, and then down the stretch, you know, we were really struggling. Couldn't get the ball in the basket, missed free throws. And then Lou and Gal. You know, the most interesting stat on this whole thing, though, to me is, you know, what Lou had 34, or Gal had 34, and Lou had 40. And Pat Beverly had 0 points, and he was a plus 22. And I thought he had the biggest impact on the game. I thought he guarded Paul George as well as you can guard him. He just did 7 offensive rebounds. He just did so many things for us that it allows us to win games.
What does it mean for you guys to have, you talk about Lou and Gal, but to have 2 guys like that can score?
Oh, it's huge for us. It is huge, you know. We went to the 2-man game down the stretch, and it was big for us because, you know, they were trapping Lou, but you can't trap Lou when Gal's in the pick, and so they couldn't trap anymore, and they just played off of each other really well. It's nice.
Yesterday, Doc, you talked about not getting in foul trouble with Westbrook.
Yeah.
Kind of was the other way around.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that anything you guys kind of did defensively?
You know, we clogged the paint, and all we told our guys is hands up every time they drove. Go vertical, do not reach out. I thought our guys did that. Gal's last play was a great example of that. He had his hands back. You know, we were fortunate, but it was the right call.
Doc, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a stretch, a 4-game stretch where he was actually scoring the basketball.
Yeah.
Last couple of games, he hasn't been really that aggressive.
Yeah.
Is that a concern for you, especially leading?
No, you know, he's just going to be up and down at times. You know, I thought he had a little stretch in the game where he got it going. Other than that, I thought he was more tentative. We don't want him to be that. We tell him that all the time, but, you know, it happens. You know, where he's just got to keep learning is even on those nights you can do other things to help the team win. That's what he's got to do better for us.
Doug, tell me, what are you getting from Zubac that you weren't getting from all the big guys you're using?
It's just his size. Zub's been amazing. I mean, first of all, he's a great roller, and he has great hands. Secondly, at the basket, he creates a problem. I mean, he jumps vertical. He has great size. So he's been fantastic for us. He really has.
It's not often you see both star players foul out in the game. What happened tonight that made that work?
Our defense, you know, being in the right place. But their defense, I mean, they're a very physical, aggressive team. We showed film about them busting up all our plays the last time we were in Oklahoma. And I thought we won the race to the ball, and there was a lot of collisions, you know. You know, it's not like they were not fouls. They were fouls. And I thought it was our pace offensively that created some, and then our defense was pretty good.
Hey, Coach, a couple of things here. Were you familiar with what Zubac brings to the game before he joined your team?
Yeah, we were thrilled to death. I mean, then we were shocked we could get him. Once we got him, you know, we got a 21-year-old. I think he's 22 now. He didn't like being called 21 anymore. That knows how to play and is going to just keep getting better. I mean, the sky's the limit for him. He's going to get so much better than what he is now. But what he does now is he plays with his size, he rolls, and he rebounds.
Thank you for that. The tenacity that Patrick Beverly shows on the defensive side of the ball, is that contagious within a locker room?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it has to be. You know, that's just part of his talent. You know, everybody can't play like that, or they don't even have that in them. Pat is in them. You know, and when he's doing that, it allows everyone else to join in.
Touching on Pat a little bit, Doc, it seems like the last couple of weeks, he might have even flipped the switch a little bit more. We all know how he is. Have you noticed?
Yeah, I think he's confident. He's found his energy. You know, the first half of the year, he was still trying to, you know, find himself from all the injuries he had the year before. So it's just, he plays with such a high motor. The thing that Pat that surprised me more is his IQ. He has an amazing basketball IQ. And I think you see that in some of the plays that he makes.
One of the things you talked about in the last couple of days was the rebounding, especially,
yeah.
You know, the defensive glass finishing. It seems like Pat sort of, you know, like when it comes to like defending LeBron, he steps up to that challenge. Today, when it comes to rebounding, he steps up for that.
Yeah.
is that just a thing you have to go over him, or is that just like you said, he's like?
We talked about it for 2 days. I think they were sick of hearing about it. You know, offensive rebounds and turnovers. I thought we took care of the ball relatively well. 10 turnovers. On the glass, we won the rebounding more. They had 4 more offensive rebounds than us. But overall, against that team, I thought we just hung in there. We did the dirty work. You know, we talked about you got to get your hands dirty tonight to each guy. This is not a clean game. That's not how Oklahoma plays. You know, you have to be physical and you got to get your hands dirty. And I thought our guys did that.
Another Pat Beverly question. I guess because he's from Chicago. Right?
Chicago, man.
No, but down the stretch in the third quarter, it seemed like you guys started to. It was a little sloppy play. Was there a reason why you didn't install him in the lineup at the beginning of the fourth?
Yeah, because Paul George wasn't on the floor, you know, and we wanted to save his fouls for Paul George and Westbrook. So, you know, that was our thinking.
Doc, you got in foul trouble early in the first and the second half.
Yeah.
Did you game plan to?
No. I mean, we game plan to be at the basket for Westbrook's attacks, you know. Other than that, no. I mean, it just happens sometimes in a game, and we are fortunate it happened for us tonight.
Doc, how rare is that stat line to score 0 points for Pat and be +2, 22?
You don't see that. I mean, it's rare. Usually, most coaches took the guy out already, you know. But Pat was so good. You know, it was funny. I actually thought he had scored. I didn't know that he didn't score in the game. It just tells you his impact because he was playing so well. You would have thought that he scored. I bet if you ask fans, they probably thought he had 10 or 12 points, and he had 0.
Gallo had another great night. I think that's his. I think every game against OKC this season, he's had 26 or more points.
Yeah.
Is that by design? Are you attacking them in a certain way?
Yeah, that was we talked about. You know, we statistically, you look at Gal's numbers against him. He was the only one that stood out for us, and we wanted to get him going early, and he did. I mean, he got going better than I thought he would. But we talked about it this morning. We worked him some stuff, and Gal did it. It was great.
I know we talked about Pat quite a bit tonight, but
We should.
yeah. At what point did you recognize that he was a guy that could always take the best player on the other team?
I don't know. Recently, you know, when we had Avery was doing a lot of that, and you know, we wouldn't have put Avery on anyone with that size, though. So, you know, it's just we kind of fell into it. I would love to say it's coaching on that one, but really, you know, all our threes are gone. We traded them all, and so we were smaller. And then I came up with let's put Pat at the 3, and let's see what happens. And he's been fantastic.
Does Lou need anything more to make a case for the 6th Man of the Year award again, or is it just?
No, I mean Lou's Lou, and you know the defensive play. You know, he got a big steal at the end. I told him I would never take him out again for defensive purposes. You know, so that was the best play of the game for me.
Is that something picked up from Pat or Avery?
I don't know where I think he stuck his hand out and the ball hit it, but either way, it was pretty good. I was very happy about it. All right, guys, nice seeing you. Mr. Washburn, good seeing you.